Hello out there, and welcome to the Your List podcast.
Jesus
the
Christ.
podcast that asks the question, what's on your list? As always, I'm Batman.
Jesus Christ.
Always?
As always, you were always Batman?
You've never been Batman.
Respect.
We're gonna keep doing this shit, aren't we?
Respect. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is gonna be a thing every week. It's gonna be a thing. Or every other week. It's gonna
Who
be
else is hosting the show with me? Alfred?
Yo.
Guys, please go to the YouTube and look what he has on right now, because that'll be the only way you understand this episode.
Listen, man.
Who else is here?
Listen, man. It's great. Listen.
Listen.
It's your boy Chris,
Let's show.
Lewis, Darnell, Devin. We got the internet here. We all here. So let's not acknowledge him wearing a Batman mask, and let's keep it going. All right?
But there's a reason that I'm wearing the Batman mask. If you didn't know, if you didn't know, today is the
How
Your
your
List
voice
podcast.
just changed right now, bro?
What?
How your voice just changed right now?
I'm not
Batman's
Batman
voice
right
don't
now.
change.
I'm not Batman right now.
Oh,
So
so
what?
then
Your
why
face would say
why do you have
otherwise.
a
Are
mask
you
on?
his alter ego, Bruce Wayne?
This is the Your List podcast Halloween special. So I think we should just get right on into it.
Ooh.
I'm going to need your top
Wait, do that
5.
again.
Ooh.
That's we gotta make that like the sound effects in the background of this. I just want to hear that and like throughout the whole thing for the rest of it. Anyway, let's get into your top 5 horror movies. Who would like to begin?
I'll do it. Let's go.
Your voice
We gotta
changing
post
too?
this.
Who
Let's
you-
go. My voice is just like this. All right.
It just be changed. You didn't go
Top
to
five. Top 5 horror movies. All right.
What you got for me?
Number 5, Ju-On, The Grudge, the original Grudge, Japanese Grudge.
Actually, scary one.
Yes. Number 4, A Quiet Place. It wasn't really scary. It was more unnerving. It was a thriller. Number 3, the original Ring. It's a great movie. Number 2, yeah, because I saw it when I was young, man. That shit was creepy as fuck.
Yesterday?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Darnell, forgive me for my youth, bro. I'm sorry. We can't all be like 40, bro. I'm sorry.
Boom.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to fact
I'm
check
a very
that.
Number
Fact check that.
number 2, The Nun. That shit was creepy as fuck.
Stop it.
What?
Stop.
The
That shit
new
was
one?
creepy as fuck.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
man.
Stop it.
Wow.
And number 1, my personal favorite is One Missed Call. Japanese movie. It's a great movie. They made a remake. It's horrible.
Halle Berry?
Oh, shit.
No,
That's
that, you
hard.
think
No,
it was
Does it have subtitles?
One Missed Call?
it's a foreign movie,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
but it wasn't his.
It's like you receive a phone call and in the phone call you're hearing your own death. So then
It's like Final Destination, but with cell phones.
yeah, and better than Final Destination.
So you're just not going to be Batman for the rest of the episode? You're just going to wear his mask?
Yo, that's
Nah,
some
man, you
creepy stuff.
gotta keep the
Yo,
bit, man.
think about it. What if he ripped his mask off his dead body, dog?
But he not on the phone.
So who's next?
Top 5 horror movies.
Yes,
Top
sir.
5 horror movies.
Okay. Number 5. Halloween, Michael Myers. Entire series. Number 4.
Have you seen the new one yet?
No.
Do you plan to?
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably the only horror movie that's still a horror movie nowadays. Everything else is suspenseful.
True.
It's not horror. Number 4. The Exorcist. White girl possessed by a demon. She's
Like
just
every
going
white
crazy.
girl does.
It's number 4. Number 3.
Have white girls.
Yeah, man.
Because we don't play Ouija boards.
Facts.
We don't do that. Number 3.
Kristen Bell was
What? Sorry. Number 3. Candyman. Tony
true.
Mm.
That scared
True.
the shit out
That
of me.
movie was fucking creepy as
Like-
shit.
The shit out of me.
Candyman.
Number 2. Another movie that scared the shit out of me. Geely with Ben Affleck and Jennifer. Bobby! I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch the whole thing. Don't watch it with the lights off.
Oh my
Don't
god.
do it.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh,
That was
man.
last week, son. Let it go.
Oh my god.
He still hasn't let it go.
Let it go, B.
Oh my god. All right, so I'll go next.
He still has one
that
more to
was only
go, bro.
two.
That was just number 2.
It was just so traumatizing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
believe you.
I can't watch that again.
Sorry.
Don't.
Not with the lights off.
Don't.
Kenny.
Number one, the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
That's a fact.
With Johnny Depp?
What?
Stop.
Johnny Depp was in
Stop. Let's
No, not Edward Scissorhands.
let's
His cousin, Freddie
Not
Krueger.
horror.
let's stop.
True.
I'll go. I'll just get this out the way. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna do
That's a
number
nice
5 would be The Fourth Kind.
Mm.
That was a creepy movie.
Mm.
It's about aliens. Weird. Number 4, It. The original.
Oh yeah, Mickey.
I can't get scared.
With
Mickey was not with the shits. Tell you that.
I don't want to even tell you because that shit was fucking creepy. And I
oh,
just
what
shut
is
that
his
shit off.
name? I love that dude. Too.
Anyway, number 3, Candyman. Tony Todd, very good, epic. Nightmare on Elm Street would be number 2, and my number 1 is The Exorcist. Simple.
I'm so sad I wasn't old enough to watch that.
All right,
You
so
can still watch it.
my
Tim
number-
Curry. That's
My number
Tim Curry's
5
name.
on my list
Mm-hmm.
would be the Blair Witch Project.
That wasn't fun. That wasn't scary. But, okay.
You got scared by that?
Before I figured out that the whole entire thing was
Oh,
fake,
this is
when
mis-
they,
I mean, they
when
did-
I
they did
watched it the
promote it
very
like-
first time, they promoted it like it was
Hard
an
body,
actual.
like this was actually
Yeah.
You know,
They
that
did- they did
Mr.
proper
Mr. Conspiracy over there.
It was basically a
So
M. Night
wait.
Shyamalan.
It was like an M.
Wait.
Night Shyamalan film.
Basically.
So
yeah.
since you like the Blair Witch Project, did you like the first Paranormal Activity? Were
Or
you
the 7
were you
after?
scared by it? The first one?
We'll get to that.
Oh,
Let's
okay,
find out.
okay,
Let's
okay.
Find out. We
That
shall
is
find
actually
out.
number 4 on my
Hey.
list. Very first Paranormal Activity.
He's consistent.
Good transition.
Number 3 would be, along with Mickey, The Fourth Kind.
Yeah, that's creepy movie.
Never seen that movie.
You
should
should
watch
watch
that.
it. It's a
I should watch
very,
that.
very good movie.
Yo.
Shout out to the Fourth Kind. Watch it.
I'm gonna write that shit
Certified
down.
fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm
Okay,
gonna- I'm
okay,
gonna-
Kenny.
Shout out to aliens. Kenny.
All right, number 2 on my list. It's kind of splitting. It was hard to decide, but it was between The Conjuring and Insidious. It was a split decision between those two, and then I couldn't choose. And number 1 would have to be Nightmare on Elm Street.
Don't go to sleep.
Not at all.
Sleep. Lewis.
Not at all.
Just a little sleep.
Okay, Lewis, what you got for us?
Oh, okay. So I like to start off by I am the
can't
most
even-
scariest.
Don't do
I
that.
can't
Yo,
hear
Kenny,
you
I
at
can't
all.
hear you,
at all,
bro. I can't hear you.
That is the worst.
Don't do that.
Uh-oh.
That is the worst.
We are losing viewers as we speak.
Oh, damn! Who did you shit on that we just lost? Like, oh, Chuck Norris. My bad.
Chuck,
Last week.
that was last week, bro.
Um,
We're getting those
Speaking of
views
horror
back.
movies,
edit
thank
that
you.
out.
No,
Edit
no,
that out.
We're gonna bring that up again.
Edit that out. Edit
Let's
that
not
out.
lose another couple million viewers.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. So, all right. Do I have 5? Yeah. At number 5,
We don't really
I'ma
watch
go
that
with,
many horror
I don't watch none unless it's with these people.
You stay the fuck away from me.
I avoid that.
Whatever you gotta do.
So at number 5, I got Paranormal Activity.
Okay.
I remember walking home alone,
Wow.
scared out
Facts.
my mom, scared out my mind. No, after I dropped my friends off, I was
Fucked
all
up.
alone.
Oh, you were the ride?
I was the last. No, I wasn't even a ride, bro. I was
He
walking.
just had to
Oh.
go.
I was walking.
Damn, bro.
Damn, B.
No,
That was really bad.
girls.
And number 4, it was A Quiet Place. I don't like silence.
I have yet to see that movie.
It's a good movie.
And
Yeah, I've
number
seen
3, I got The Conjuring. And number 2, I got Insidious because I can make my mind up. And at number 1, I got Get Out.
Get out.
Yes, that was the scariest
Scary
movie out
movie.
there ever.
Because it was
Scary.
true.
I mean, technically, it is a horror movie.
Because it was true.
No, not technically. It is
It
a
is a
horror
horror
movie.
movie.
It,
It is.
definitely is.
Technically, it's
It's life.
life.
Life is
It's a
hard.
real life horror movie.
So I'll go next.
I wonder how long he's gonna keep this up.
I hope not longer.
My number 5 would be The Fourth Kind.
Until number 3.
scary ass alien movie.
Until number 3.
Number 4 would be Insidious. I tried to watch that shit alone. Would never do that again. Number 3 would be The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I was too young to see the actual Exorcist. I feel like too much time has passed and I couldn't enjoy it as properly as I wish I could. That's okay. Number 2 will be The Ring. We only had that shit on VHS, and guess what the movie was about? Watching a VHS tape and dying. So that was a perfect combination. That was a perfect combination.
Man, we saw one movie.
And my number 1 would be The Conjuring, the first one.
So
Shit was creepy.
I'm
as
curious.
fuck.
Is your Batman voice like a combination of just like
Mark Hamill and
of
Heath
you and just like you try to get your voice lower, or is it like Ben Affleck's Batman. Christian Bale Batman, but you can't go as low as Christian Bale?
Batman.
No, you want to know what I thought
Batman.
it was? So
Yes.
this entire time, I thought that he was transitioning from Batman back into Eric.
Batman.
Wow.
We're accepting of all people.
It's hard to be the host and Batman as well.
Batman.
Yes.
I don't think
One
Bella
of
talks
your
to you,
angry veins on the
popping
left
out?
side is like indented.
It's indented.
Yes. I need
I don't
you
think
to
that's
pop
healthy,
it out.
bro. I don't think that's healthy.
You got a lump in your head, dog.
Your scowl is not.
So we're going to move on now to the next list.
So obviously he's George Clooney's Batman. We get it now. We get it.
The worst Batman by far.
Let's
George Clooney's Batman.
let's give the people something they can do on Halloween. Let's move on to the top 5 haunted attractions in America. What can we get people to do in America?
I didn't even. Listen. I saw this. I saw this topic. Halloween's a trash ass holiday. It is. It's a trash ass holiday,
For a
right?
Halloween special.
It is basically an excuse for kids to get candy and for like semi-adults to drink a lot and to like be slutty for a day.
Who the hell be drinking on Halloween like that?
Everybody, bro.
Get out
I
of
didn't
here.
even do this.
we going to
so-
parties, dog?
Christian does.
That shit is ass, B.
So
But you know.
anyway,
So,
Anyways,
I'll go.
please continue.
No problem.
he's done with his rant.
Yeah. That's
Number
my
5,
That's my Halloween.
Thrillvania in Texas. First of all, it's in Texas. I'm not going there. It's another haunted house. 50 acres, 8 attractions, Texas. Number 4, Terror Behind the Walls in Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania.
We've been there.
It's a haunted house in a prison.
Yep.
No.
Ex-prison.
Red flags everywhere. Just no.
Ex-prison, no.
It was fun.
No. Oz, have you seen it? No. Number 3, Asylum 49 in Tool, Utah. It's a abandoned hospital or nursing home, which the attraction of the haunted house is strapping visitors to the beds and hearing ghosts scream. No.
See who finds that
I don't do
enjoyable?
any strappings.
I don't.
Bro.
Strap-ons, whatever. No, it's not happening.
Pornhub?
Whoa.
No.
Shout outs, Pornhub.
We're not shouting out that.
We've been doing this for
Oh,
like.
We're not
2
shouting
weeks
out
now.
that category. Number 2,
Sponsor, please.
the most scary haunted attraction in America, by far, East New York. If you've been there, don't do it.
The Bronx. Have you been to the
Number
Bronx?
1 is the Bronx. Thank you. All the scariest ghouls and monsters and demons.
The crackheads. The crackheads.
Have you been to the Bronx?
Crackheads.
You should go to the Bronx.
No,
You should go to the Bronx.
Have you seen the crackheads in the
Sending
Bronx?
any of our
Go to the
viewers to
Bronx.
the Bronx. We're
Go
not
to the
sending any
Bronx.
of our
We
viewers
do
to the
not
Bronx.
advise anyone go to the
No.
Bronx.
Go to the
Not at
Bronx.
all.
Even
Not
people
not
that
after
live
my
there
God.
don't.
Not after 1 p.m. Don't go
South
to the Bronx
Bronx?
after 1
No,
p.m.
it's not.
Any part of the Bronx.
I've seen ghouls and monsters.
No.
Wow.
Who would like to go next?
Oh
Wow.
my god.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you
So-
got for us?
What I have. Let me set up this camera. So these are local places within New York,
Okay.
New Jersey area.
New Jersey's
Tri-state
scary within
area.
itself.
Yeah, right. Pure Terror Screen Park.
Don't go to New Jersey either.
Nah, that's upstate. Gateway's Haunted Playhouse. That's out in Long Island. That's not bad. Bayville Screen Park. The Forest of Fear, and The Haunted at Rocky Ledge.
I'm actually
Haunted
going
at
to
Rocky
Pure Terror.
Ledge.
Oh, tell me how it is. I'm not
We'll
going.
let you know. Got you, bro.
Maybe you'll scare some people, Batman.
Don't go as Batman, please. Don't Jaden Smith it. Don't go as Batman.
Jaden Smith was Batman?
Yeah, he went to like
He's a
a
terrible
movie
human.
premiere.
You know, he went to a prom.
He's an okay rapper, but he's a terrible.
He went to a prom in an all white.
Yo, he's an icon living. Shout out Jaden Smith, bro.
No,
I'm talking about my boy like that.
Anyways,
On Halloween.
I don't have a list, so just
He's not.
You just here for the looks?
fuck Halloween, man.
All right. Devin?
I'm dying on this hill.
Alright.
Before you go, Devin, I'm gonna go.
Lewis-
So
Thank
at
you,
number
John.
5, I got Bennett's Curse up in Jessup, Maryland. I will never go there.
Thank you.
Don't never say no.
And number 4, I got Woods of Terror. I will never go in the woods. Period. That's out there in Greensboro, North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. And number 3, I got the Dent Schoolhouse. Who the hell goes to school in Cincinnati, Ohio?
Good choice.
Nah, I'm lying.
Apparently
Shout out
nobody.
to my educational system in Ohio.
Ooh, okay.
At number 2, I got the Haunted Hotel in San Diego, California. Why would I go to a haunted hotel when I go to the Four Seasons? At number 1,
Same service.
I got the House of Horrors. I do not co-sign that. By the way, San Diego.
Same service.
San Diego always show me love. At number 1, I got the House of Horrors and Haunted Catacombs out in Buffalo, New York. I do not even leave New York City, so I will never go up there.
I
So that's
literally
more of a list of
never
places
leave
that I will
New York
never go.
City.
Never go. All right, not bad, not bad. I like it. I'll go next. At number 5, I got the Haunted Hotel, San Diego, California. No, you shouldn't go to the Haunted Hotel. Maybe you want to. Number 4, I got the Dent Schoolhouse, much like Lewis said. So Lewis did a good job with his list. I like his list. Number 3, we got the Nightmare in New England.
Otherwise known as Bill Belichick.
The great one. But we will get into that. The great one.
Oh man.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Number 2,
Put some respect.
I
on
have
that
The
man's
Beast, where werewolves follow you, alligators try to eat you. It is the largest haunted house in America. You should definitely check it out if you're into that shit. And number 1 is another local attraction here in New York. Is Blackout NYC. You must sign a waiver before you enter this hotel.
That's negative.
I mean, this haunted attraction,
That's
because it basically tells actors that they're allowed to touch you. They're allowed to grab you. They can even waterboard you.
Blackout?
Blackout.
Yeah.
My bad. I haven't paid attention to you.
It's okay.
Nah, that's a negative.
It's okay.
boy.
But that would be my number 1.
Do you have to
attraction
pay
to
to
check
get
out.
into
Of course
this?
you have to pay.
Why am I
getting
gonna
paid to
pay
get
to get
raped.
waterboarded?
Whoa.
Why?
We don't promote that.
In
Who
the
does
words of-
that?
In the words of Jamie Foxx, I am an actor. Do not touch me. I will fuck you up.
Who
All right,
does that?
so-
Who pays for this shit?
Believe it or not,
Think about it. I would think
like
about
Darnell
it.
said. Yeah, so my number 5 is Terror Behind the Walls, Eastern State Penitentiary, Philadelphia. The Scare House in Pittsburgh.
Mickey lived in Pittsburgh.
Cutting Edge Haunted House in Fort Worth, Texas.
Texas.
The Gates of Hell in
Nah, that's alright.
Las Vegas.
That
My
don't even
bad.
sound like, that's not like a,
Yeah.
sound
And
like a haunted.
at number 1 is the McCanney Manor in San Diego.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go there, Christian?
All
If I
this,
give you enough
all
drinks,
this shit's a negative.
if I
bro.
give you enough drinks, you're not gonna go there?
all this shit's a
If I
negative.
wear this
bro.
mask and go with you, you're not gonna go?
all this shit's a negative.
All right.
bro. Nah, I'm
Even
not.
if
I'm
you
not
wear the
paying
whole
to
suit,
do
you
shit
still
like
wanna
that.
go.
Even if I wore the whole suit, you was gonna come with me?
I'm not paying for
That's
that.
cool. That's cool. We're gonna move on to the next topic we got here. Let's go with Halloween folklore. Let me hear your favorite Halloween folklore. What you got for us? I'll go first.
Please.
Oh, fearless leader.
No problem. All right. Number 1, I have a tale from Mexico. Please do not hurt me for the pronunciation of this. La Lorena,
We just lost 5 million.
the weeping woman. Her kids drowned when she was younger, and now she basically
His
comes.
eyes don't roll.
You know what's the thing,
She
Lewis, is
basically
that
comes and takes your children away.
his Spanish has gotten so much better than what it was.
They're actually making a movie out of that. It's,
actually really
the trailer
sad.
should have dropped sometime soon. Check that out. Number 4, excuse me, is A Tale from Japan. Excuse me for the pronunciation of this. The Kawasaki Onna, which basically means the one mouth, I believe. Big mouth, something like that. I apologize once again for translation and pronunciation. But it's basically a woman who comes up to you and follows you and asks you if you find her pretty.
Why did you enunciate
If you find her pretty.
the T's? And pretty?
Hopefully you say yes. Because if you say no, her giant jaws will open up and she will eat your head off.
That sounds like the Bronx, actually. There's a Japanese.
Similarities.
I've heard the
there.
same.
They're just uncanny. They're just
Could
uncanny.
have been. Number 3 would be El Chupacabra.
Hey.
First sighted in Puerto Rico.
You
Shout
could
out
say
Puerto Rico.
chupacabra.
Number 2 would be
Americanized.
the legendary The Headless Horseman of Sleepy Hollow. And my number 1 would be Dracula.
Dracula.
Wow. You know what's
gotta be
crazy?
honest. What's up?
My list is that exact same
I
list that
bet
you
it
just made.
is. I bet it is.
Just in different order.
What's the
I
order?
put La Llorona first.
Really?
La Llorona.
Have you heard that story as a kid, or was it just like...
It was a different story.
Oh.
But it was a woman. It wasn't in the river. The woman was in our house.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's basically just to scare people to not
Yeah.
do
Got you.
shit.
Got you. Who wants to go next on this topic?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead, Darren.
Number 5, La Llorona,
Mm-hmm.
the Weeping Woman.
Thank you, Darnell.
Got you. Number 4, the Human-Eating Tree of Madagascar. What the Little Shop of Horrors movie was about.
Seymour.
No,
Hey, Batman.
That was the most Batman you've ever sounded in the show.
Holy shit.
Number 3, Davy Jones' Locker. The devil himself for sailors. It's basically symbolizing drowning. Number 2, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman that chases people. Number 1, The King from Transylvania that travels to London. Dracula himself,
Yes, sir.
the greatest of all time.
I guess I'll try to go on this one.
Go ahead.
Number 5, because I thought of stories when we said this one. The Paw by W.W. Jacob.
Okay.
Next one would be The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe.
Asta.
The Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Will Moses.
Horseman.
Frankenstein by Mary Shelley.
Mm-hmm.
And
Frankenstein.
Dracula by Bram Stoker.
You're the most literate dude in this.
The Frankenstein monster.
I was told to read a lot of
I thought he was
stories as a
illiterate.
kid.
You would
It's
have
the
thought.
real illiterate.
You would have thought. Who's next? Who's next?
right.
Who's next?
I
Go ahead,
am the
Devin.
internet. I have to know these things.
All right, at number 5, I had the Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
After that, number 4 was the Headless Horseman. Number 3, I have a fairly new one, cause Slender Man.
Oh, Slender.
Surprised no one had that on their list.
Because he's creepy.
He's not my generation. Not my generation.
But they are making a movie about him.
Sadly.
You know what I say to that? Nothing.
Okay, and number 2, I have Dracula.
Moving along.
And number 1, I have Frankenstein. That is my list.
Frankenstein's monster?
Yes, he is a monster.
And
pretty good.
moving on.
We're going
life.
to move on. We're going to move on. Chris, you just spectating? Okay, alright, cool.
Oh.
We're
I
going
got
to move
nothing,
on
bro.
to the next topic. We're going to go with your top 5 Halloween candy.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Can you actually think of
Oh,
candy?
candy.
I can't.
Okay, oh, that one you can.
Candyman.
Hey, don't say that no more.
Don't say it one more time. Don't say it one more time.
No. We
Say it one
got
more
3
time.
more. Because I
We
already
got
said
3.
it once.
Nigga, come on.
Alright. Number 5, Kit Kat bars. Number
You break
4.
them off to eat them, right? Nigga.
No, that's scary.
That's
You don't
Number
put the
4.
rest of it, yeah.
Number 4, M&M's.
The rapper.
Why would you want to? I'm not even gonna say it.
Number 3, Twizzlers. Number 2, Reese's Cups. And number 1 is Snickers.
You like Twizzlers?
Eh,
So why is it in your top 5?
cause people like them, bro.
So this is people's.
Yeah,
So
this the people's list.
It's
So
the
wait,
people's
this is a
choice.
big
Rock
That's
over
the
here.
rock.
People, please let us know
champion,
if you agree with Christian's list.
The people's
Is he speaking for all of you?
people's
I just want to know. I just want to know if Christian is speaking for
the
all of you.
people's
Bro, I don't go
Please
trick
let
or
us
treat,
know.
so I don't
The
know.
people's
Please
list.
let us know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't say Candyman, but can I say?
Nigga,
Oh shit! I
that's-
said.
We done with you. We done with you. We done with you.
Can I say Lamar Odom?
No,
instead?
stop it. Just stop
don't,
it.
Don't even talk about it. No more.
Stop it.
Dying at the end of this
Who's next?
episode.
Who's next? Who's next?
I will go with next.
This is why black people don't die in real life. If he says it one more time, I'm out.
Yep. The podcast is done. Reaches on.
No, y'all can continue whatever. y'all do.
Ain't no continuing in this.
Go ahead, Lewis. What you got for us?
At number 5, I got. At number 5, I got
Wait,
Kit
see if he
Kat.
hears it. Yeah.
And number 4, I got the little candy pills that used to come roll out like that, and you just untwist it like that, and then they come like in the
little
pills.
like
That sounds like crack.
You know, like the rainbow
you
candies,
could smush them.
the rainbow candies.
I don't know. I don't know. Candy pills.
Came out
Candy pills.
popping out,
Exactly.
that little
Candy.
birth control pill looking
Exactly.
shits.
Exactly.
How come only y'all two know about that?
What?
Nah, you don't know
we
about
live
the
there.
you
We
know
live
about
right
the
next to each
rolled
other.
up candy.
You don't know about the candy
shit?
pills?
It was like rainbow color,
Somebody
and they
Google
came
that.
in a
Somebody Google
plastic
that for
thing.
us.
Called
Go ahead,
ecstasy.
Lewis. Finish it.
No, it's not ecstasy, bro.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that kind of rainbow.
Yeah, not that.
At number 3, I got Starburst.
Some random guy.
And number 2, I got the Snickers. And number 1, I got any kind of gum that I could get.
Damn.
He said.
You got gum for Halloween?
You didn't?
What?
That's
You
why
got gum?
you had a bad Halloween as a
Who
kid.
you trick or
That's
treat
why-
with,
That's
bro?
why he didn't like Halloween. He had a
Nigga,
bad
I
Halloween
lived in
as
a
kid.
story,
Wait,
so
what was? Wait, time out. Wait.
What? You just said, why did it took him 5 seconds?
What is that? First of all,
Why did it take
'Cause
him
I
5
got, like-
seconds?
wait. What's your number 2?
Snickers.
Okay. Second of all, because you lived in Astoria, you
yeah,
can't
because I live. No,
okay.
because I
confused.
lived in an
Yeah, yeah,
apartment building, so my parents won't let me go to the apartment building.
So you
So
never had a
they
real
gave-
Halloween
They
experience.
gave
as a kid.
me like.
and now he.
No
hates
wonder you
Halloween.
hate Halloween.
Right?
I mean,
like,
just,
this is like,
I mean, even when I was older, Halloween is still trash.
Of course.
'Cause you're-
Nobody
because
likes
you didn't
Halloween
like
when
that
they're older.
Halloween is still- What do you mean Halloween is supposed to be when you're really old?
You want to talk about something?
No, I'm fine. I'm good.
You
I
sure?
obviously not because you didn't get enough candy as a kid.
No, I did it.
Obviously.
This is you right now. I know I did it.
Listen,
I
Halloween.
didn't walk you outside to the
Listen.
local businesses to get candy.
No,
Damn.
Wow.
That's why you hate
So you were
Halloween?
deprived.
No,
as a
because
kid.
my
You were
parents-
Astoria is
deprived.
nothing but a huge block of
Yeah,
businesses.
of
because
all
my
could've
parents
got mad
always
kid.
worked on Halloween, right? And my sister would always
now
go
we
with
get
her friends
into
or
it.
whatever.
Now we get
So
into
I would
it.
just be-
Your sister was supposed to take you. You don't like Halloween because you don't like your sister.
I love my sister. Don't ever say
You love her now.
Now that you got
I
over
mean,
your fear
and
of
I
Halloween.
hate Halloween now. So Halloween
no.
is trash. And will
Viewers, y'all
forever
can
be
put
trash.
this together yourselves. And
I'll look
figure
in
out
either
the
camera.
connection.
Halloween is trash. Halloween is trash and will forever be trash.
So viewers, I need y'all. Viewers, I need y'all to.
Forever.
We're going
B.
to donate candy to Christian.
For a
to make
fact.
up
No,
for
don't.
the time that he never went to
Halloween.
Don't, because obviously
donate candy to
I don't
the
need
show.
any more. I don't eat candy now.
I think
So,
Christian needs some help.
don't bring me
But we're gonna move on. We're gonna get Christian that help. We're gonna
Where
move on.
is the love?
No, we're not moving on because, yeah, I didn't do my list yet.
No, just moving on from Christian.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Christian,
So
you can
at
move on and
number,
do your list.
At number 5, I have Skittles.
Taste the rainbow.
Yes. At number 4, I have M&M's.
Not the rapper.
No, not the rapper.
MGK.
Oh, no.
Not
Rap
that
Devil?
rapper either.
Alpha Omega.
Number 3,
Black Flag Swing.
I want to say candy corn.
Fucking.
And number 3 is a very, very good Halloween candy that they give out.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, you would know a lot about that. I mean, Batman would know a lot about that.
What's number 2?
And number 2, I have Reese's.
Peanut butter cups.
The pieces?
There's a lot of Reese's.
Reese's Pieces or the Reese's Cups.
Well, since we're talking about Halloween, they give out pieces, not the cups. Because they're a little more expensive, they'd rather get out the pieces.
That's a good logic. He's
And
a father now, so he
that's number
understands.
one. Since we're talking about Halloween candy that they give out for Halloween,
Candy.
I would say Jolly Rancher would be the number one.
Good list.
Not mad at yours. Not mad.
So,
Jesus Christ.
number 5. Starburst. Buy a $1 pack. Give each kid 2.
Yellow
Gotta
Starburst the
save.
best
You gotta
Starburst.
save.
Yellow
No, it's
Starburst.
actually not.
Yes, it
Everyone
is.
knows the pink Starburst is the best.
Yes.
Anyway,
Negative.
Anyway.
On that.
coming from the guy that doesn't like Halloween and doesn't eat candy.
You're
Anyway.
right. You're right. Valid point. Touche.
Number 4, Eminem, not the rapper. Number 3, Skittles. Number 2, Snickers. Number 1, the candy that you only eat on Halloween, candy corn. The best Halloween candy of all, because you only eat it on Halloween.
Well, Eric eats it before and after Halloween, but yeah.
I haven't got.
Well,
to
he
my
has an
list
extended
yet. I haven't
Halloween,
got
maybe.
my list yet.
Sure. I'll do my list. So I picked things that are the least likely to be fucked with on Halloween. Mike, we'll give it
He
out
has-
to you.
He has kids.
He has
He's a
kids to think
father.
about. You know,
Yeah.
niggas be wilding on Halloween. You got
So,
kids to think about.
Yeah. I picked M&M's,
Not the rapper.
not the rapper.
MGK.
Snickers, Starburst, Skittles, and then candy corn. The
Beautiful
most
list.
you can fuck with Snickers maybe, but all the rest.
Beautiful list.
Easy.
Okay, so I'll go. I'll round this topic out.
Jesus Christ.
But number 5, I have mini Butterfingers. Anything bite size, really.
Not the BBs.
No. Number 4, I have mini Hershey bars.
Ooh.
Number 3, I have M&M's. Number 2, I have mini Snickers. And number 1, I have arguably not just the greatest Halloween candy, one of the greatest candies ever that should not just be on Halloween, that should be all year round, that I sadly have to stock up on before and after Halloween because I can't find them any other time of the year, would be candy corn. Hands down, easily, no debate. Christian, I'm gonna give you some candy corn, bro. We gonna sit and
Bro,
talk.
candy corn is pure
We
sugar.
gonna sit and talk, bro.
Like,
We gonna
no,
sit and talk.
candy corn
Don't,
is
don't worry
trash.
about it. We gonna have a bunch of candy corn. We just wanna sit and talk about it.
It's trash.
It's Christian. It's okay.
Can I ask you a
it's not.
question?
It's okay.
Hey.
What candy isn't pure sugar?
Um,
Candy cane is pure sugar.
I don't know.
Skittles M&M is pure sugar.
Probably.
He knows. He doesn't want to. He can't admit it, Darnell. It's been too many years. He can't admit it. So
not
we're
even
going
that.
to
It's not even
move
that.
on.
Candy corn is not good.
We are going to move on to our top 5 Halloween costumes, and I would like to go first here.
Go ahead, bro.
So, at number 5, I have Slutty Witch. At number 4, I have Slutty Teacher. At number 3, I have Slutty Cat. At number 2, I have Slutty Nurse. And at number 1, I have Batman.
I got next.
This is the list of all the costumes he's worn in the last 5 years. You got it, Lewis.
Alright, so my criteria is for the costumes that I like to see on other people. So at number 5, I got
Slutty
cops.
Oh.
At number 4, I got Playboy Bunny. Love them Playboy Bunnies. And number 3, I got the blood sucking vampires.
Ooh, you trying to get this Pornhub
And number 2,
sponsorship real quick.
I got the schoolgirls. And number 1, I got the nurse because she trying to get my temperature straight. You know what I mean? Bam.
Why she take the temperature out here?
'Cause
You know
start
what?
up top, start up top, then it go down
Watch
low.
how low your hand goes, bro. So right next to you, bro.
Man.
Go
Keep
ahead.
your hands above the table, please.
Go ahead,
Nah,
Mickey.
bro,
Go
it's
ahead, Mickey.
Halloween.
What you got? What
You
you
want
got
me
for
to
us? Yeah, go ahead.
I have a very simple list.
Oh boy.
Zombies,
Okay.
werewolves, pirates, vampires.
I don't know why he's
It's not like a slutty
I-
pirate.
No, geez, I mean
I don't.
it's normal costumes,
You
guys.
think about booty pirates?
And then the number 1 would be Wonder Woman.
You can't tell me they're all normal and then your number one is Wonder Woman.
I have no objections with that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I
Okay,
have no
so
objections.
my number 5, which is a costume that a lot of females wear, is
he wears.
is a cop uniform. My number 4 would have to be a schoolgirl outfit.
Why are you
Fuck
pausing?
all that for.
Listen, we're just riding this train to the end.
We
If it goes off the rails, bro, we can't.
You know why?
ride it.
You know why? Because we interrupted him so much last week. He's just used to it now. He pausing so we can interrupt him.
Yeah, because like
We're gonna stop interrupting you, bro. Don't worry about it.
No, we're not, nigga.
Number
Stop
3.
lying to him.
number 3 is a witch costume.
I'm sorry, Alfred.
Number 2 is a ghost costume. And number 1,
You mean like a sheet?
Let's go KKK.
He ain't say hood.
Listen.
Not good, bro.
Listen.
Yo,
Gotta cut the holes out.
That's racist.
You gotta cut the holes out.
Well,
bro.
that's
we just lost all our fans in the South.
Right?
and the number 1 will have to be a vampire. There you go.
Good list. Darnell,
Costumes that
You got 'em back with the
go
vampire.
in this topic for us, please.
Please.
Sure.
Angelina Jolie costumes.
The Tomb Raider
No,
costume.
Tomb Raider
Angelina Jolie
costume.
and Tomb Raider and
Wanted
and
costume.
Mrs. Smith.
That's a
and
different
Angelina
show, bro.
Jolie and-
Mal-
That was a different
Maleficent.
show altogether. What you got for? I'm gonna zoom in on him. Let's see what he got.
My favorite Halloween costumes. Number 5. Vampires.
Vampino.
Makes sense.
Like Vampire.
Yes. Otherwise known as fake friends. Who suck the money out of you.
Leeches, bro. Leeches.
Those
man.
leeches, yes.
Crazy.
Number
Vampire or a
4.
leech?
Vampires.
That sucks.
Because they suck money out of you.
They leech the money out of
Number 4.
Talking about women or costumes?
Pirates.
them booty
They
Otherwise
rob you?
known as gold diggers.
booty pirates, man.
I think there's an
They're only
underline
after your
to,
treasure.
Only after the booty.
to his list.
Number 3. Witches.
Because they spell. They got that spell on you, bro.
No.
Because they have old hair. I'm sorry. Because they're old women with long hair.
Okay.
But they're actually weaves. It's the number 1
Turn
costume
out
that you
not
gotta watch out.
So, okay.
Turn out not into that.
No. Number 2. Costume that's very well worn by a lot of women. You have to look for, especially in Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Those wigs. They go to your house, you touch their hair, and it stays in your hand, and Baldy is in your house, and there's nothing that you can do. It's too late.
So what's the name for that?
There is no name for that. It's called scary. It's
That's
called
the-
number 2.
That's the little
scary shit.
That's the East New York girls. That's what that's
Why did
called.
Darnell just name every date he's been on Halloween?
And my number 1 worst Halloween day.
Think I'm
Go
scarred,
ahead, bro.
nigga.
My number
Strap.
1 list of all time of Halloween costumes
Mm-hmm.
are babies.
You,
Never seen people dress up as babies?
sadly, yes. Sadly,
I've
yes.
never seen that.
Sadly.
Never seen people dress up as babies?
Sadly,
Oh my
sadly,
God.
yes. Sadly, yes.
Creepy as fuck.
It is. I've seen lots of people dress up as babies, especially
Oh no.
when I go to the Bronx and I see women with the
fucking
fake booties that look like diapers.
Oh no, not
Looks
the
like they
Bronx.
have some wet diapers that need to be changed.
Darnell has a really bad problem with East New York and the Bronx.
No,
Like,
it's the Bronx, bro.
it really is the Bronx, though.
Bronx is that one. He just
Those diapers need to be changed. Why your
Not
butt
by-
and your,
not by
and your
you, not
legs
by
don't
you.
match?
not by you.
There's something wrong.
All right. So we're gonna move on from Halloween costumes to just throw a little horror in there. Let me get your top 5 horror video games. What you got? Do something we got a little bit more familiarity with.
Sure.
Who would like to go first?
You don't want me to go.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
I'll go
you
first.
go first.
I think enough damage has been done to.
Number 5. The original Resident Evil scared the hell out of me as a child.
Cool.
Developed by Capcom. Good job, Capcom. Number 4. Dead Space. Visceral Games. Number 3. Silent Hill 2. It's creepy as shit. Konami and Team Silent, good job. Number 2, Outlast 2. Red Barrel Games. Outlast 1 was more like creepy. They went told religion creepiness, which is better.
That last one.
Religion is creepy sometimes.
And number 1, PT. Kojima Productions. Guillermo del Toro. Too bad it didn't plan out. But
Silent Hills. Oh man, that would have been.
I'm waiting for Death
That would have
Stranding.
been something.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm so upset with that.
So
Yeah, man, it was
would
really
like
good.
I would like to go.
Could've been
first,
good.
'cause This is a topic very dear to my heart. Number 5 would be The Evil Within. Very creepy game. Number 4 would be Until Dawn. One of the most well put together games I've ever seen. It just happens to be horror, so that helps out a lot. Number 3 is Silent Hill 2, as Christian stated. Can't get over Pyramid Head. Number 2 is probably, I can't even say the scariest game I've played because I couldn't even finish it because that shit had me fucked up. It was Resident Evil 7. They took it way back with that one and it was ridiculous. I had to call Devin and was like, yo, watch me play this game just so I had somebody to play it with because that shit was crazy. Never played that game at night. Number 1, as Christian stated, is PT. I'll never forget, when it first came out, had mad people come over to the crib. Lewis was there, Devin was there. Mad people, like 8 of us over there, watching it, playing it like it was a scary movie, had us all freaking out. That game was wild. R.I.P. Silent Hills, that would have been the greatest scary movie, scary game ever. And that's my top 5. Top 5. Who'd like to go next?
Interesting. I wasn't there. I think I was doing some bullshit.
You wasn't. You don't strike me as horror.
I don't. Nothing really scares me. Number 5.
Except for
Except for Texas. Oh, and the Bronx.
And penitentiaries. And babies.
Anywhere
girl
outside
wigs.
of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So guys,
Number 5. Horror video games.
Number 5 is horror video games.
just all of them. Just all of them. Fuck that. My list is done.
Number 3 is RPGs.
Nope. I love RPGs. Number 5 is actually Bulletproof by 50 Cent.
Wait. We said horror movie.
Respect. That's a good
horror video games, not horrible video games, bro.
Nah,
Damn,
that game
bro.
was
It was bad.
You ever play a game and get scared because you don't know if you're walk into the wall and you have to start over the whole video game? That's scary shit.
That is
We're
scary.
going back to old pain, dog.
Go ahead, bro.
Number 4, even though it's technically horror, but I love this so much. The Last of Us, number 4. Number 3, The Evil Within. Number 2, a lot of y'all not gonna know this. Battletoads,
Wow.
multiplayer.
Why? Because it was hard.
Because you had two people, you had 3 lives. Any one of you died, it's over. You start the whole thing.
Then what about Ninja Turtles with the one jump that you couldn't make without Leonardo?
No, but with Battletoads and multiplayer,
You have to start the whole thing.
There was no save. You just
No,
start.
there was
no save.
Start the whole
and you
game.
shared
There's no sense in
those
Turtles either.
those
That is
3
true.
lives
Right.
were for both people.
I
Not
can
You shared lives.
yeah.
If you played
So,
with
I
a
would have
friend
to
that
play
sucked,
with somebody.
that's it.
I'm about to say I had to play somebody I didn't care
Yeah.
about because I would lose a friend.
Number 1 should have been Silent Hill, like you said, but Superman by far.
I seen that coming.
The
As
worst
soon
game
as he
of all
started
time.
this list, I seen that
Man
coming.
made a horrible
I
video.
seen that. He made a
Scariest-
horrible
the scariest
video
thing of all
game.
time.
All right, so I'll go after that.
Go ahead.
Number 5 would have to be Until Dawn. That was a very good game. Number 4 would be Outlast. That was another good game. Silent Hill 2, as Christian stated.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Good as game.
And number 1 would have to be PT. Because,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'm so upset that game isn't coming out, but it was a great game if it would have.
Pretty good.
Fucking
Thank you. Would you like to go next?
Sony, you fucked up on that one.
Yeah,
No,
big
you
time. Big time.
Nobody cares.
A lot of people.
Wildin'.
A lot of
Wildin'.
people care.
Nobody cares.
So
Don't know about
horror
the
video
community.
games. Number 5 would be Five Nights at Freddy. It was weird.
Yeah.
Which one? Like the first one or the
The first
9
one.
other ones that
No,
came out?
no, the first one. The
No,
first
the
one
very
was weird
first
enough to
one.
make me not want to play the other ones.
Okay.
Good enough.
I actually played that on the computer. too.
Next one would be Alan Wake. That was a pretty creepy video game that I played. Slender was another creepy game.
Yes.
I went to a friend's house to play it one time and I did not want to ever touch it again.
Did you go back to the French house?
No, I didn't go back to
Never
that.
went back. Never went back to that friend's
I
house.
stopped talking
He's
to that
not even
person.
talking.
after
Friend
that.
is still alive.
Is that friend still in New York?
We don't talk-
I haven't
we
talked to you in a
don't-
while.
We
Sorry.
don't talk about that.
Let's name some names. Be like this.
Nah,
We're not
nah,
doing
we
that.
don't.
We're not doing that.
Until Dawn, number 2. That was a very good horror video game. And Resident Evil, the original. OG. Very creepy.
Those dogs came through.
Oh man, those are good lists.
Blew my mind.
Lewis?
I played no horror games whatsoever except the only one that made my list, which is PT, because Batman took me to his Batcave and made me play it.
Whoa, let's.
Whoa.
Y'all two played in his back
Whoa,
here.
just for
You
reference.
played in your back cave?
Just for reference.
What were you
Alfred
doing with
was
little
there.
kids, bro?
Alfred was there.
That don't make it any
How
better.
Two
Alfred-
men was playing with a kid
He recorded everything.
in your back cave?
Alfred was. Whoa.
Oh, it's on tape.
Alfred
We got
recorded
tape.
everything.
Well, there's no tape.
We're gonna split the tape right
I will
now.
deny any accusations.
You
This
guys
is
will
not
see
about
it
me
too.
right now. Let's just move on now
The tape will be
to
revealed.
our top 5.
But you asked for my list.
What?
You let men play in your back cave? Excuse me? What are we talking about?
Alfred cleans the back.
What?
Oh, hell no.
Are we going to move on now? Or do you still want me to talk about this topic?
Yo.
Since you guys seem to want to talk about this topic.
Can we move on? Please.
Alright, so we're just gonna move on from that.
What is going
To
on
our
right now?
top 5
Oh, that was a
horror
good one.
movie actors and actresses.
Oh, that was a good one.
Jesus
So a little
Christ.
homage to our last week's episode. Horror movie actors and actresses. What you got for me, guys?
Number 5.
Thank you, sir.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Christian.
Bruce Campbell.
Not mad at that.
Stan versus the Evil Dead 1 through like 5,
Yeah, it
I
was like
think.
4 or 5.
And the
And the TV.
TV series that came out. Robert England.
Yes.
Freddy.
Yep.
The only Freddy.
Yep.
Anthony Hopkins.
Hmm.
Silence of the Lambs. And a few other movies that I can't think of right now. Jamie Lee Curtis. Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Terror Train. And my number 1, Christopher Lee. Dracula. And The Wicker Man.
So, Christian, I
Yeah!
have
Christopher Lee, boys.
pretty much the same list as you. But number 5 starts with Tony Todd as I can't say the name anymore.
Thank you.
I'm out.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I'll say a name because I
No,
already
you
said
can't say it either.
No.
So we're gonna leave it at that.
Nobody
My
can
number
say it.
4,
Sugar Man.
Lamar Odom.
Hey.
Number 4 is Jamie Lee Curtis, who she was actually the first survivor girl. She was the first girl to survive in a horror movie
Good to know.
with Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good to
so
know.
that was good. Sir Christopher Lee, he played Dracula,
True, you
Frankenstein's
got mad at you,
monster,
right?
and the Mummy. He's an OG. Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, and Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead.
Bruce Campbell, respect.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, Mick? That's exactly my list. It's
Huh, would you
super
look
crazy.
at that?
I
crazy.
Look at
am
that.
hype about
Super
that.
crazy.
The
Super hype.
It's super
honorable
crazy.
mention, Tooth Fairy.
No, we're
No.
not doing
Come
honorable
on,
mentions.
to honorable
No.
mentions.
No.
Have an honorable mention
You know
episode.
what
everyone's
honorable
finished their
mention
list.
is?
Have an honorable mention episode. What the hell?
Who's next?
Darnell, go ahead.
Angelina
Sure.
Jolie and Maleficent.
Number 5.
Angelina Jolie.
Anyway, number 5.
No.
Boris Karloff. Frankenstein. The OG.
Franken.
The greatest, the only Frankenstein.
Monster.
Number 4. Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3. Tony Todd. From that movie we will not talk about.
Sugar Man.
And Final Destination.
He was. He was deaf.
Number 2. Anthony Hopkins. He was also in Bram Stoker's Dracula
He was.
and Hannibal
He
and
was.
Silence of the Lambs.
He was.
And number one, obviously, Ben Affleck, Jude. Don't ever watch that movie.
I thought.
Ever,
You know what? You know what? I
Ever
thought.
watch that movie. Don't ever.
I
ever
thought.
watch
I
that.
honestly thought Darnell was gonna say
Don't ever watch that.
Jaden Smith
Don't
for
ever watch
Karate Kid.
that. Never,
Kid?
ever,
No.
ever watch that movie.
Just don't ever watch
It's
it.
horrible.
That's it. All right.
Don't
So
ever clean the bat cave.
we're gonna move on. I would like to go next. So at number 5, I have Anthony Hopkins.
Oh my god.
Number 4, I have Bruce Campbell.
Bruce.
Number 3, I have Jamie Lee Curtis. Number 2, I have Sigourney Weaver. And number 1, I have Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger, of course.
Cool.
Devin,
All right, so
we gonna round out that list.
sure, why not? At number 5, I have Todd and Bell. For those who don't know, that is Jigsaw.
Okay. Respect.
Oh,
He was waiting for the interruption.
Yeah.
He's pausing for the
Damn, bro.
interruption. Last week's episode
Yeah.
scored
He
him.
did the
He
dramatic
just-
pause.
He's waiting for something else.
Nothing else.
Sir Charles Lee at number 4. Robert Englund at number 3. Bruce Campbell at number 2. And Tony Todd at number 1, which the movie we will not talk about.
A movie we will not name.
What, Candyman?
Final.
Diabetes man. We got one more chance on this shit, bro. One more chance on this
I
shit.
guess
bro.
this is the end of the podcast. Thanks. See you guys next week.
Is that the other? I think it is.
It wasn't.
It really isn't.
It wasn't. I mean, you made it the end of it now, but it wasn't.
Now we gotta edit this.
Yeah, like this gotta put on something else.
Some
Good,
people are
because
superstitious.
Now speaking of superstitions, Darnell.
No, we're not speaking of superstition.
Speaking of superstitions, oh, he done got up and left. The last category was Halloween superstitions, and I believe Darnell is a prime example of a superstition. So the number 1 superstition is saying that man's name 5 times and he will appear.
Well,
and on
Candyman?
that note, we are out of here. Peace out. This is the Your List podcast. Tune in next time.